So here we go with Chelsea's third Premier League match of the season. Chelsea today against Burnley at Stamford Bridge, coming back off that 7-0 victory. Well, here is Chelsea's lineup. There's not much difference from their 7-0 victory over Portsmouth. The only main difference is Marcos Alonso is back from suspension. It's a great pass into space. Burnley nearly go 1-0 up in under a minute in this game. That was about 15 seconds. And Chelsea really need to concentrate now. I'm not sure if they're going to have confidence going into this game. They did win 7-0 away against Portsmouth in the EFL Cup. That was their last fixture, but the Premier League much more competitive and they really need to focus up here. Can't let an early lead slip like that. Chelsea's not doing well defensive wise, and that's a terrible shot. Limoni, but still. Well, Real Madrid have confirmed Courtois' signing. The 25-year-old keeper has signed for Real Madrid. 70 million. Looks like Begovic will get more playing time after all. This is a good turn there. Will he get his first shot away? Nemanja Matic, and that's a terrible shot for Chelsea, but it is their first shot of the game. This is brilliant play. As it comes in, Sigurdsson on the head. Tom Heaton with the save, and it's knocked out for a corner. It's a brilliant little run from the number 9 here. It's Gray. Brilliant ball through. It's Limoni as he finds Gray, and it should have been 1-0. I'm not sure if Begovic got a touch onto it or not, but Burnley, or Chelsea, sorry, have done well to not be 1-0 down here against Burnley. Finds Sigurdsson. He may, yes he will. He finds Willian. This is brilliant play from Chelsea. As he finds Diego Costa. No, he doesn't. As Costa gets in the tackle, it's Costa 1-0 Chelsea. I'm not sure what the Burnley defence were doing there, but it's easy for Diego Costa in the end. The ball just falls straight to him, and there was nothing really after that. Anyone could have scored from that distance. It's Chelsea that lead in the first half. I mean, I don't know what the defence were doing. I've already said this, but Tom Heaton will be having a word with his defence there. It's Chelsea 1, Burnley 0. Mostly for the Chelsea defence here have just been lacklustre, but here we go. Koulibaly misses it, and it comes to Vokes, and how? He didn't get that on target. Could have got closer to the goal possibly, but Begovic did run out. Tell you what, it's not far off. It looked way further than it actually was, but Vokes should really have got a goal here. Lucky to get that goal. It could have still been 0-0 here. I'm surprised they're not drawing. They could be here. It's Gray. It's a brilliant interception. And the defence yet again. Both goals. Both defences. There's questions about. But there's no doubt that Burnley deserved to get an equaliser here. Chelsea 1, Burnley 1. And I'm not sure who actually scored that goal there. But you can see Gray there having the shot. Is it an own goal? I think it comes off the player there. It's Lowton who gets the goal. It's his first Premier League goal this season. It's Chelsea 1, Burnley 1. Sigurdsson intercepted. As it comes to Barton. Barton's knocked over. But Gray's on it, and it is it. The foul was given. And it got given about 5 seconds after. It's a penalty. And Marcos Alonso really needs to be careful here. He got red carded in the last match he played. He was suspended for the Portsmouth game, the 7-0 win. But I'm surprised he didn't get sent off for this, to be honest. It wasn't a bad tackle, but it was pretty much, to be honest, it looked worse than the tackle he got red carded for. Begovic against Gray here. And Gray puts it away. Burnley 2-1 against Chelsea. And it's only the second time out of the 4 games Chelsea have played that they've been behind in a match. I mean, they've not lost a match yet, Chelsea, but they'll be disappointed with that. All fingers pointing at Marcos Alonso for that tackle there. He was through on goal and don't want to give him the chance. Burnley 2, Chelsea 1. So he passes it to Sigurdsson, and it's knocked away. It's Fabregas. I mean, it's not a bad effort, especially on his weaker foot, but Heaton was getting to that any day of the week. So maybe get an equaliser here as it comes straight to Willian. As Diego Costa shoots, he knew he was offside. Went for the long shot there. It was off target. That was an opportunity for Chelsea. Was he offside? Let's look at this again. Well, he was clearly offside. I mean, not by a lot. And Burnley go in the break with a 1-goal lead. It's Chelsea who really feel like they deserve more. Both teams have been just as good as each other. Burnley, for the first 30 minutes, it was mostly them. Then for the rest of the match, Chelsea really dominated. And Diego Costa, 3 shots, only getting one of them away. Obviously, one of them was offside anyway, but Chelsea go down because of a grey penalty at the break. It's Chelsea 1, Burnley 2. Well, as you can see, Marcus Alonso's going off. Kurt Zouma will replace him. He's already on a yellow card, and I'm sure the manager just doesn't want him to get another red. The first 2 matches, Chelsea, they got a red card, or 3 red cards in the first 2 matches. The Portsmouth game, they didn't get a red card. Didn't really need to try too much, to be honest. 7-0 win, very convincing. One of the most convincing we'll see probably all season. And you're only on the 4th game here as it comes to Diego Costa. Can he score really early on here? And it's a brilliant interception here by Burnley, and it's a brilliant shot. Willian. And Chelsea, in the space of about 15 seconds after kickoff, nearly getting the equaliser. As it's Brady. This is brilliant play from Burnley. Maybe it's on their end now. As Burnley tries to chip it. And it's kicked away by Zouma. What an opportunity there. And Zouma just only been on the pitch for about a minute. And he's already been involved in a brilliant play from Burnley. But Begovic didn't knock it away properly. Nearly knocked it into his own net. That probably would have classed as an own goal, to be honest. And it's petered out there by Burnley. And they've just been defensive. As it comes to Boyd now. As it finds Gray. And how Burnley are not 3 or 4-1 up. It's beyond me. They've had so many chances. Their chances have been better than Chelsea's thus far. And they've just put them over the bar. He's been really good for Chelsea this first half. As it comes to Matic. As it's not going nowhere. And what a second shot there on the bounce. And that was the best shot, at least from long range, that I'd say Chelsea have had all game. And it came out of nothing really. Look at that. It was curling into the bottom corner. It looked like it was straight at the keeper actually, but it was even better than we first thought. As it's crossed in by Sigurdsson here. No, doesn't find nobody. Finds Joey Barton. It's played on, says the ref. And Defoe, brilliant skill to get around the Chelsea men. And maybe, just maybe, Begovic with another save, and Kurt Zouma. And it's a goal kick. It's not a corner there. Kurt Zouma and Victor Moses diving into the exact same tackle there. I'm not sure if it came off any of the Chelsea lads last, but it looked like it did. Kurt Zouma's been crucial to Chelsea's second half. Stopped a goal from going in off the line. What Begovic is doing here, he's running out of his box. It's a brilliant shot, and I thought that was a third there for Burnley. That may have wrapped up the game. I mean, we've got some time left, and Chelsea, especially in that Portsmouth match, they scored about 3 goals in 10 minutes, so it's not like they can't score quick, but Burnley will definitely be looking for a third, and they're a bit more aggressive this half. Bad tackle there by Boyd as it comes to Sigurdsson, as it falls to Matic there. Chelsea, how they're not, or how they haven't equalised, in fact, is beyond me. Diego Costa all the way out here in midfield. Chelsea taking their time. They're not all out attack yet. They're not just focusing on attacks just yet. As it comes to Zouma, I think that will be a Chelsea corner there. He's doing this far out of his goal. It's Hendrick. Chelsea cross it in. Begovic knocks it away. Fabregas. Diego Costa. It's a brilliant pass here. Finds Willian. Tries to find Sigurdsson, as he does, and it's Sigurdsson there with the shot. Fair play if they do win, but Chelsea this second half at least, they've been completely dominant against Burnley, and a brilliant attempt there from Chelsea. Brilliant to get him through, just couldn't find the finish. Blocked by their defender. Made Tom Heaton's save pretty easy. And at least it doesn't necessarily find him, but it's Zouma. And why he wasn't in the starting 11, I have no idea. He's been crucial for Chelsea so far. What a shot! And Cesc Fabregas tries to get the run up. Sigurdsson. It was a knuckleball of a shot there. What a shot! And if that went in, that would have been so impressive. It's headed away, but only as far as another Burnley shot as Boyd. Just maybe Burnley? No! The chances. It's the 4th shot that Burnley have had this second half, and just all of them have been goal scoring opportunities. If that was Chelsea there, they would have put that in the back of the net. But for some reason, they struggle to Burnley to find the target. I mean, we can't complain too much. They are 2-1 ahead, but and it's over. Chelsea, which I'm going to be honest, that second half deserved a goal, maybe 2, but Burnley hold on. about an inch's way for Chelsea there, getting level. A brilliant shot from Sigurdsson in the second half, which should have really went in, but off the post. Gray, he's been brilliant today. He's had 6 shots. His goal was a penalty, which a lot of people would say is cheap, but they deserved it in the end. Marcus Alonso with a terrible tackle. It's Chelsea 1, Burnley 2. My PlayStation's so loud, I'm apologising for that. You may be able to hear it through the match, but look at them stats. Chelsea 20 shots, Burnley 14. I mean, it's not the most dominant stats ever, but 6 more shots. We had way more on target. Obviously, we had more shots though. 50-50 possession, it was even there. We made much more tackles. I feel like both teams maybe deserved to draw. Burnley did play well, especially in the first half, but you cannot deny the second half. We should have had at least 2 goals. That was a very, very good game.